When I was 17, I took my older brother's car without asking because a friend texted me late at night saying she needed a ride home after things got weird at a small get-together. She sounded scared, so I didn't think twice. I just grabbed the keys and went to get her. Everything was fine at first, but on the way back a thick fog rolled in and I couldn't see the road clearly. I slowed down, but not enough, and ended up drifting too close to the shoulder, hitting a small ditch with a jolt that made my heart drop. The car stalled for a second and I just sat there, gripping the wheel, trying to figure out how I was going to explain any of this. My mom would have completely lost it, no question, but I know my dad might actually listen, so I called home hoping he'd be the one to answer, and luckily he did. He didn't ask many questions, just told me to stay where I was and keep the engine off until he got there. He showed up about 15 minutes later, still in his old hoodie and work boots, like he had just rolled out of bed. He checked the car first, then asked if we were okay. When I said yes, he nodded and got to work figuring out how to get the car out of the ditch with a tow strap he kept in the trunk of his own car the whole time. He stayed calm, like this was just another problem to solve. Once we got the car moving again, he had me drive slowly behind him back to the house. When we pulled into the driveway, he told us to come inside like nothing even happened. He made us some toast and tea and sat across from me at the table. Then came the talk, not yelling, not anger, just disappointment, and a long explanation about responsibility and how fast things can go wrong when you make careless decisions. He made sure I understood every part of it before sending us to bed. I barely slept that night, expecting everything to blow up in the morning, but when I woke up things were quiet. Later that day I heard him tell my mom he had taken the car out early and misjudged the edge of the road in the fog he covered for me without making a big deal out of it. After that night I stopped trying to handle everything on my own. I knew that even if I messed up badly, he'd still show up, help fix what he could, and then make sure I learned something from it without tearing me down. And ever since then, whenever something felt like it was going off the rails, he was always the first person I thought to call, even when I knew I'd have to face the consequences after.